And so like I was communicating with these guys, and John was helping me. He was helping me, and he was like, it seemed like he was helping me. And he was trying to, you could imagine that Hans guy, the Verizon guy, you could imagine he was pretty pissed, bro. Like I tried to get at my cousin and stuff. And so I was a little bit scared, you know, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, holy fuck. And so I think he was trying to mediate the situation, you know? And he's like, dude, like, and then there was Mike. Mike was like, kind of like, I think they're gay guys too. You know what I mean? You can imagine those powerful guys are gay guys, right? Or bisexual or something, you know? It just comes with territory. And this is just my perception. I'm just going through what I perceived was happening. There was some connection with the Toby guy, the like hillbilly guy on Joe Rogan. I watched Joe Rogan. Like I was talking with him with the AT&T thing, but then they took my phone number though, and the AT&T like they didn't take it, but like it almost like tricked me into like taking my phone number. Like I canceled it. I had 2 of the same phone numbers, and then like I canceled one, but somehow I literally canceled my phone number. And that was big. Like something was associated with the phone number. Like I lost my family or something. Like it was like really scary, dude. Really scary. And I remember like somewhat of an override at that point. And even like my brother told me, like when all this was going on in Florida, he said a couple of things that resonate with me now. He's like, there's not many of us here, dude. And like, he also said, he's like, they want us to fight one day. And he said, I lost my seat because of you. He said, oh my gosh, he said a lot of things, dude. He said some things that resonate with me now. For sure. After knowing, like, dude, I'm like surrounded by like, that's another thing, bro. I also went to a mental hospital in Jacksonville where they were like, the families were talking or something, bro. Like they were talking to each other. And I still remember like, you know, like thinking it was Vicky, my Uncle Dave, and my grandpa, you know, and it was their AIs. And they were like the head controllers. And then I remember they're saying like look at him, like stop, look at him, you're killing him, you know. And then they like they showed me the robots, bro. They showed me them. Like that was the first day I was like, that's a humanoid robot. Like that's my cousin with a black eye. Like they would just send in robots. And I was like, what the fuck? And that's how they relate with their AIs. It has to like look like them, you know what I mean? And then they can relate with them. And speaking of the AIs, so there's that saga where I'm relating with the cellular tower guys, but I'm also relating with the AIs on the apps. And who is like, you got the Indian guy, who I think in my life, the only Indian guy I could think of was Andre, my friend when I was real young. And then the Instagram was a Jewish guy, which is very important. I'm Jewish, right? And then there was Facebook, which is huge because I've had the first Oculus Quest. This all happened basically, like it probably caused the disruption of the advancement of VR in like the VR community and everything. And so I basically like I was talking through those things, and then I understood that it was the cellular carriers. So I was also like, I started switching my cellular carriers, and I basically, by now, I've tried every cellular carrier. I'm on T-Mobile now, which was like the last one I tried. And but yeah, they all seem to be like just like kind of like just people, but everything is so weird though. Like, I don't even know what's going on. That became like a motto, actually, is I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I perceived there was like, it gets crap. This is like a quarter of the way into the story, bro. And I've been saying this, it's going to take like hours for me to actually explain this. So that's what happened. And the whole time there's just this weird feeling, dude, that I'm like connecting with different people in different areas. For example, like the idea that like something's in my car or something, like my father's like inside my car or something, and like they're fighting, you know, like I'm sleeping in my car and they're fighting each other. And I could see it, you know, like my Uncle John or something. I got a couple Uncle Johns, actually. I got Uncle John in San Francisco, Uncle John Lloyd. I got Uncle John Sullivan up in Pennsylvania, and I got Uncle John, I don't know his last name. My cousin Luke, his father. Kellett, John Kellett. And that's my mother's cousin. My mother's cousin. Very, very close. My mother has a sister as well, Aunt Sue. And that's like our guy. From through my eyes, that's like who we've always praised, is like my grandpa, you know? It's like the guy. You know, he's like who I look up to, you know. Everybody looks up to, you know. We go on this private cruise, and like people are like, you know, it's like, yeah, he's a dude, bro, like for real. And these lights are tripping me the hell out, bro. They're like strobing and shit. I just heard "please stop" go through my brain. I think they're like torturing somebody in the background, which is, it comes up to another thing, which is even more of a reason for me to get the word out about this. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. This just gets crazier and crazier, so I'm gonna keep going on. Now I'm in New Jersey, and I'm in the Caprice, and I think dude, this strobe light in front of me is really bothering the shit out of me, actually. Give me a moment. Okay. It's probably a good idea to like keep the camera on, right? That's a good look. And coming up on 10 minutes.